the real cost of not finding your purpose is something I wish y'all realize sooner than later. Because it took me 4 years to realize that. Not one, not two, 4. I remember sitting down the day I was graduating. I looked up and I went, I wasted time not being able to figure out the stuff I wanted to do. Instead, I started focusing on other things because I thought those more were valuable. The thing with inaction is the price of inaction doesn't show up 1 year after, not 2 years after, not 3 years. It shows up a long time. It took me 4 years to realize the price of inaction when I was in college of not doing things that I should have. And obviously at the time, maybe you didn't like to do them, but they were the right thing to do. And the price of inaction comes in regret, hatred, sadness, and envy. And I hope y'all don't have that. And I'm happy I realized that 4 years, not 10 years later. And I know y'all thinking, all my friends, all the people I know, they're not feeling left out. They feel like they're living their life. They know it. I'll give you a secret. None of them actually have found their purpose. They're on the driver's seat. They believe so, but they're not. They're on the passenger seat. They're just doing what life tells them to do. And they're not doing anything proactively. But you're trying to move from the passenger seat to the driving seat. And that's the hardest. Because when you're on the driving seat, you know what happens? You have to take the blame. You have to say, it's my fault. I fucked up. But you have the advantage of controlling your life. You don't let other people control your life. It took me 5 months to just go from the passenger seat to the driving seat. And then start doing actions. And the price of inaction changes every day. It mutates. For me right now, it's different than it was 2 years ago. But the thing is, you have to be okay with pushing more and not being stagnant, because that's what keeps us mediocre. I'm not saying there's anything wrong in being mediocre. But at the moment, you feel okay. Yeah, my friends are there, it's cool. But you're alone when you're sitting down, then it hurts. Because you go, I could do more. I can do more. I can push. And the biggest thing that hurts us is where we give our attention. It's not our time, because we think we have a lot of time. It's not our money, because we're broke sometimes, but our attention. That is why attention is the most valuable thing right now. And the only way you can use all your attention is focus on one thing. And I would say creating your purpose, because you're in college. You have a lot of debt. You're trying to figure out what you want. At least when you leave college, you'll have the opportunity to know your path, know what to do to succeed. And I'm not going to say one day you're just going to wake up and go, whoa, I found out my purpose. That's not going to happen. But you know what's going to happen? It's going to be a process of trial and error. It's going to be a process of using curiosity to do different things and figure it out. And the hardest thing is when you're on the driving seat, you have to realize if you didn't do something, it's because you're scared of other people's judgment. That's something that hurt me. I wanted to approach people, approach strangers, ask pretty girls out all the time. But I was scared because I cared about other people's judgment. I was scared because I thought I was not good enough. But the thing is, when you start saying, okay, I'm on the driver's seat, I control my life, it becomes a little more freeing. Because you can just go, okay, I'll try. And once I start trying, it's much easier. Because the price of failing is much less than the price of inaction. Because the first rule of failing is you never failed, you learned. The first rule of inaction is you did nothing. You're fucked. You wasted time. And that's what I've done a lot of times. And I'm trying to get better. I just want you to realize that one thing. That the cost of not creating your purpose, the cost of just going with emotions, the bill will come later on and it will be worse than anything else. Because I found it after just 4 years of wasting time. Now think how you would find after 10, 20, after 50 years of not doing anything, just going with emotions. Because when you realize that there's a long way to go, the first thing you want to do is take a step forward and start. Because you can't finish the race if you don't start. And the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Start now.